This video is about how to find the fair share in a fair division problem. So first let's have a definition. Fair share: if a set of goods is to be divided equally among n players, a fair share for any player P is any portion of the set that is worth 1 over n of the total value of the set of goods in the opinion of player P. This sounds complicated, but don't think too hard about it. For example, if there are 3 players, we just divide our total by 3. So everyone is entitled to 1/3 of the goods. So let's have an example here. I have 3 players and 3 lots. So the first thing I need to know is how everyone values the 3 lots. So player A thinks lot 1 is worth 12, lot 2 is worth 15, and lot 3 is worth 18. You wouldn't have to find these values. We would ask player A to give us these values, so you're never going to have to figure this part out yourself. So here are the values for player B and the values for player C. So in order to find the fair share, the first thing we need to do is find the total value. So basically player A's total value is $45 because I would just add 12 plus 15 plus 18, and that makes 45. So for player B, I again add up the totals, so 20 plus 30 plus 10 is 60, and for player C, 14 plus 17 plus 29 is 60. Now if you notice B and C have the same total value, that's honestly just a coincidence. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Usually it doesn't. So now on to determining the fair share. There are 3 players, so that means that each player is entitled to 1/3 of the total value. So for player A thinks that the total is $45, so we just divide 45 by 3 and we get 15. That means that player A figures they are entitled to something that is worth $15 or more. So for player B, we just take 60 divided by 3, which is 20. And for player C, we again take 60 divided by 3, which is also 20. So therefore, we have found the fair share for each player. Notice that it's different, but that's okay, because the important part about fair share is that it needs to be worth 1/3 of the total when you have 3 players, in the opinion of that player. If the players have different opinions, then their fair shares will be different, and that's okay. That happens. Let's do another example. Here are the values for the players. I used smaller numbers this time because. So once again, we have to find the totals. So the total for player A is 18, total for player B is 24, and the total for player C is 21. So now to find the fair share for player A, all I need to do is take $18 divided by 3, which is 6. And again, I'm dividing by 3 because there are 3 players. So for player B, we take 24 divided by 3, that gets 8. And for player C, we take 21 divided by 3, and that's 7. Now in both of my examples, I have 3 players. If I had 4 players, I would divide by 4, but I only have 3. So that's how you find fair share. Basically, just add up the total values and then divide by however many players you happen to have.